He always gets to eat. I'm just always jealous.
I was actually
every
snacking
time.
on some of his leftovers in the freezer. Kyle, you
they still
shouldn't
back
leave.
there?
Oh yeah, there's still some up in the freezer.
What?
How
So
about
you
I'll do the
both-
weather and you go bring us the ice cream?
Oh, it's pretty good.
You
There's still
had
a
some
lot
already.
left too. Yeah, you already had some.
I
What are you
did.
talking
I want
about?
some more.
Okay, well,
my
there's
belly.
some up there.
Yeah.
Just don't tell Kyle. That's
Can
what he
you
gets for not
believe
sharing.
It's almost Halloween, though.
I know, it's almost here. You know, this is the time of the year when our weather can change on a dime, and we are going to see some changes here starting overnight. In fact, we already saw some for the coast today with the clouds rolling back in. Yesterday, 70s and even 80s up and down the Oregon coastline thanks to sunshine and offshore wind. Today, it's been tough to get rid of the clouds thanks to a southerly wind, and that southerly wind is going to bring in moisture, and that's going to bring in the rain later on tonight, especially the farther north you go. It'll be spotty, it'll be fairly light, but we will see some rain pushing on in by the time we hit tomorrow morning. So out there right now, we've cooled things off. Highs in the mid-70s up and down I-5. Very comfortable, still very warm for this time of the year. Our normal highs should be right around the upper 60s. Central and east temperatures here in the upper 70s, even at 80 degrees in Baker City earlier. So a nice warm one east of the Cascades. But for coastal areas, you're stuck in the 50s and 60s today, thanks to the changes rolling on in. So 76 in Portland right now. Our high officially today so far at 77. And you can see the cloud cover rolling in. So despite all of that, we continue to stay on the warm side. As we go through the evening, it'll stay mild too. This cloud cover will help hold in some of the heat. That, and also thanks to the southerly wind, this wind's going to bring in more moisture, and that tends to hold in the heat as well. And so lows tonight will have a tough time even getting into the 60s. In fact, we'll stay in the 60s, really mild for the rest of the evening, and then eventually it's down into the middle and upper 50s for lows. So a fairly muggy start to your Wednesday morning. Central and east will tap into a little bit of that too, with lows there only in the 40s, even low 50s back towards the Dalles and Pendleton. And of course, we'll be tracking the rain as well. And so what's happening right now is we have this moisture that's moving in. We have a system that's pretty far off the coast at this point, and it's going to continue to move to the north and east, but it's just sending all this moisture our way. And so we have all that cloud cover rolling in, and as we continue to get more moisture moving in overnight, a weak disturbance will try to capitalize on that and get a little bit of that light rain going late tonight and into early tomorrow. And I'll track that for you in a second. So we have rain chances moving in late tonight, early tomorrow. Thursday we catch a break, and then Friday we gear up for another system to roll in. And this one's interesting because it's actually originating down in the tropics. In fact, Hurricane Oho is what's going to be moving right at us, and right now it's churning up the waters down by Hawaii there, and it's a hurricane, 85-mile-an-hour sustained winds, and it should stay intact as it tries to make a beeline in our direction. So between Thursday and Friday, keeping a close eye on exactly where it goes. Even though it doesn't look like it's going to land in our area, it could track fairly close and really ramp up those winds. And the other thing it's going to do is send in even more moisture our way, and so that could mean some soaking rains as it nears us going into the weekend. So it's projected to make landfall sometime near Friday as it tries to weaken as it heads on over towards the coast there. But watching it really closely because it could mean some interesting scenarios for us for this weekend as far as the wind goes for the coast and as far as how much rain we receive. Right now it looks like the bulk of the action though will miss us to the north, but we'll be keeping a close eye on it. So for overnight tonight, clouds roll in, tracking it all for you hour by hour. We wake up tomorrow morning and we have that light rain, but notice where it's situated. It's up to our north. We can see some of it even along the Oregon-Washington border. We go towards the afternoon hours, still tracking a lot of that rain, but a lot of it staying up in southwest Washington, but cloudy skies will keep us on the cool side. We wrap things up Wednesday, just plain old cloud cover, a foggy, cloudy start on early Thursday. Thursday afternoon, we look mainly dry, and then we get ready for Friday, and here comes that next system, bringing in the rain chances, and again, it looks like we could be off to a soggy start to the weekend. So tomorrow, highs in the upper 60s, mid-60s for the coast, central and east, highs in the 70s there with partly to mostly cloudy skies. Your breakdown for Portland, rain in the morning, showers still around late morning, and then for the afternoon, shower chances, but not as much around. Highs only in the upper 60s, mid-70s Thursday, Friday 70s before the system hits, and then we're looking at highs only in the 60s for the weekend, and it could be a fairly wet start there on Saturday and unsettled through early next week, so something to keep an eye on. Big changes moving on in.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed their past weekend.
Exactly. And it's going to be interesting because it's going to feel muggy. We're going to have all this moisture moving on in. So it'll be interesting for the hair, and it won't quite feel like fall, even though we're cooling down, I think, because we'll have this moisture in the air.
Weird.
So
I get real curly in my hair.
Frizz.
Frizz,
Yeah, get the hairspray out.
Thanks,
We're gonna
Kristen.
need it.